Welcome to TLC, the live chat.
Oh, you guys, man, you have lost it.
All right, okay. Welcome to TLC, the live chat.
Where real talk meets real life. I'm Tina.
I'm Lauren.
And I'm Cassie. Nothing's off limits. Expect deep chats, belly laughs, and a few wait, what moments.
It's unfiltered, unapologetic, and all heart. If you can do this, you've got this.
It's live. You ready? Go.
We're on. Well, guess what? It's time for Tina.
Yay.
The T in TLC. We're going to talk about her journey tonight, which is amazing. She's done so much. She's done many different things in her life, how she got into what she's doing now, and give everyone a bit of insight into who she is and what she does. And let's get into it.
And can I say that we have attempted this once before. Tina was going to be our first one because she is the TLC. So we were going to go down the list. And sorry, Tina, to say, but you kind of had a freak out, didn't you?
I did.
She started talking about her journey and her skincare and her teas and even her life way, way, way back before that. And then she suddenly got really hot and felt like she was going to pass out.
Dizzy, yep.
And we didn't put it down to the fact that we were talking about her and doing her episode. We were like, oh, maybe you haven't had enough water. Maybe you've had too much caffeine. Is it hot in here? And then I thought about it, and we've been to a couple of your VIP events at your shops, and you let other people stand up the front, not take the credit, but run the show. Because you
Be
don't
in the spotlight.
You
I
don't
don't
want to
like
be
the
in the
spotlight.
spotlight. And we'll come back to the shops, the OmMade Meet the Maker shops. But I've been to 2 of those VIP nights, and you are the VIP. And I don't really think people even know that. They don't even really get to see you or hear you because you don't want any of the credit. You are very much in the background. Then you've also been interviewed again recently, have you?
Yes. Well, Adelaide Arcade have their Christmas gift guide.
Yeah.
And they come and interviewed me.
Yeah.
And they had a microphone and the lights. But the same thing happened.
It's weird, isn't it?
Suddenly I got all hot.
Yeah.
I got dizzy. It was so weird. And now we've been doing this for 7 years. And I was thinking back, I sent Rachel to a radio interview once because I just couldn't do it. I've said,
But you're not a shy person.
No, I
You're
know.
not shy.
That's the thing.
I feel like maybe we can unpack it in
I
this
know.
episode why this
Yeah, I
happens.
have
But
a
if you
few
think, do you?
theories,
Because if
yeah.
you think back to our second episode called The Family Dinner, where we just very, very, very briefly introduced ourselves really quickly. Even that, because she was the one that edited that, even that, she's cut so much of herself out and brushed over everything. Don't you think?
Yeah,
I've
for
listened
sure.
to it
Yeah.
not that long ago and I'm like, hang on a minute. She's cut a lot of that out. So there's something going on
yeah.
there. But
I have to sort it out though. And
You
the
really
reason being,
sort it out, Tina.
well, I do
You have
really
a
need to sort it
podcast.
out because, okay, number one, yes, I have a podcast, but it's okay if I talk about everyone else.
Yes,
and not me.
yes,
That's
That's so good
easy.
at that.
No
Yeah.
problem,
Yeah.
right? But I have another interview coming up
Yes.
with South Aussie with Cozzy.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, do
How
not freak out.
good.
What if I
hang
nearly pass
on.
out in front of him? Like,
You
this is
cannot.
ridiculous.
Yeah.
Can we just back that up too? How good, Tina.
Yeah.
amazing.
I know.
Interview with
So
South
thrilled.
Aussie with
Oh,
Cossie. So humble.
She's amazing, and she's been our inspiration. Like Cassie and I have both started up our own businesses in the last few years. We would never have done that if it wasn't for
Oh,
Tina.
you would.
We would not
No,
have
we
ever
wouldn't.
done that,
Tina.
Tina. We would not. You're our inspiration. You're our role model. You show
Do you want me
us
to pass
that
out again?
anything's
Seriously?
Yeah, I actually did. You know,
Okay,
when we first started, Tina's so confident and just, you know, you always look at her, she's a pillar of strength. And when we first started talking, I actually watched her face change. She looked like she was going to pass out.
Yeah.
It's just
amazing.
us.
So
Like, all right,
awful.
so
And
let's
you
get
can
into
do
it.
anything. You are capable of anything.
Yeah.
And you say you're going to do something, you just bloody do it. And you do it next level.
That's right.
And you help everyone and you support everyone and you're just so amazing and so inspirational.
theory
but
about
you
that.
just
Thank you,
Yeah,
girl.
well, it's
Yeah,
all
but-
true.
We'll unpack it at the end. We'll do the psych thing at the end. So, but let's get into
therapy.
it. All right, Tina, where do you want to start? Do you want to just give him a bit of a background? Because I think it's so interesting, some of the jobs you've done.
Oh, she's done so
where
many
you've
things.
travelled. Like, just maybe start with that and it'll organically flow through.
Why don't we just start where I am now?
All right. So start from now, and then we may go back.
Yeah.
All right. So what are you doing now? What are you doing with yourself, Tina?
Okay. Well, I created a brochure the other night to try and consolidate all the little businesses and things that I've got going on.
Yeah.
And there's 5 different main things that I'm doing at the moment. So number 1 is this podcast, which I absolutely love.
We love it too.
And I feel like everything I'm doing is trying to get information out, trying to help people.
Yeah.
So the podcast does that. Tick. OmMade Meet the Maker, which is the collaborative of local makers.
Yeah.
We've got 4 stores. We're in all the Westfields, Adelaide Arcade. We've just had our 7th birthday.
Congratulations.
Thank you. That is also trying to help people and get information out.
Yeah.
So one thing I really love about the collective is having people come into the store and getting them retail ready. We all come from markets, and I knew nothing of this when I first started.
Mm-hmm.
You learn as you go, but it's so I get a real buzz of people who have just started to create something. They make something. We're all so shy about what we make, and then bringing them in and saying, okay, now if you price it too low, people have a perception that it's cheap, or if you price it too high, you can't do this, and you know, just how they're going to set it up and what to focus on, and that I find really fun and interesting.
Yeah.
The management of all the people's a little trickier.
I was thinking that because you said earlier today something about how many 42 people
makers.
Just explain, because some people might not know what you mean with the collaborative store or OmMade Meet the Maker and why you have so many makers. How did you start this, and what's the concept? Because it's brilliant.
So 2000 I got a shop with Renew Adelaide. So Renew Adelaide gets empty spaces in the city.
Yeah.
Well, not necessarily just the city, but mainly. And they link them up with startup businesses, and you get free space for 3 months to a year.
Yeah.
So I managed to get a space in the city doing that.
Was that the one in the Central Markets?
No.
Oh, not under.
Before then.
Because there was that one, there was the nice big one in the Central Markets, but there was one kind of just a little one under the stairs or something. We went
under
to
the
it once.
Travelator?
Yeah.
So
that wasn't the first
no,
one.
I had a shop before that.
Oh,
Yeah, she did. Yeah,
Oh,
I do
I don't think
remember.
I went
never
to that
went
one.
into it
I
because
don't
I was
think I
living
went to
away,
it.
but I
Yeah.
saw pictures of it.
Oh, I thought that Adelaide
You shared
Arcade
it
was
with
your
another
first.
person, didn't you? You
And-
shared a space with someone else.
No, that was my own.
Where was
It was
that?
within a building, so it was just off Peary Street.
I feel like I do remember this
Oh,
now.
yeah. But
It's
I
just off
thought you
Peary.
shared it with another, like on the other side.
No,
you had
that,
your own space. But
oh no, that was after that.
Oh.
So when I finished with Renew, I ended up getting another space.
Was that on Port Road, or this was a
No,
different
that was
space?
Wakefield
Oh,
Street. That was
okay.
just down from the
She's
school.
been everywhere.
I know
Yeah.
she's been everywhere, man.
So your first one before the markets, was that just you, or was that a collaborative?
That was just me.
Okay, right. And you you started selling your skincare in markets.
In markets.
Right.
Yeah.
And was that successful in markets?
absolutely.
Because markets used to be a big thing a long
When I was doing markets, like it was the height of market period.
Yeah.
Like everyone was doing
Yeah.
really well at markets.
because that's before all the online shopping and the cheap stuff.
And
online.
it was before the market scene was flooded. What
Yeah.
really happened is people were saying the market organisers were the ones making the money.
right.
Right.
Oh, okay.
So they would just like book out all these spaces, and the store fees kept getting higher and higher and higher. And then they would book out, I remember going to one market and there were like 7 skincare people, and we're all paying $450 each to be there for the day.
Jeepers. Right.
Now, who's going to make
Yeah,
money?
no.
The only person making money there
yeah.
is the market organiser.
So, Tina, can we just actually go into that, your skincare? So,
I feel like we're backtracking, but
yeah,
we're talking
'cause-
about the shops, but we haven't actually talked about what
so
you
that's
make
right.
yet to go in the
Everyone's
shops.
going to be going, "Oh, what's the skincare and how did that arise and what is it all about?" So, actually go into that.
Okay.
How that started and what it's all about.
And then we'll come back to the
that
shops.
is before the shops.
Yeah.
So, if actually, I'll just finish off with how the shop started.
I know we're
because
going a
I'm
bit
kind-
around, but we kind of need to. Yeah.
Yeah. So I was with Renew Adelaide. We had that first store. Then that finished, and the rent to stay there was too high.
Yeah.
So I looked for a share space. Ended up on Wakefield Street with the complete toss.
Okay. Are you going to say his name? Not going to say his name.
I won't say his name.
Love
I might
you.
get rid of that bit, but I don't know.
I wouldn't.
Anyway,
You didn't get rid of the bit about the rent guy at the last place that you wanted to screw to the wall.
Anyway.
Yeah, okay.
from there, so when the lady who used to work for Renew Adelaide was now working for Adelaide City Council, and she came in to see me in this share space on Wakefield Street.
Right.
And she said, I'm actually now doing leasing for the Central Market, and there's a little space under the Travelator. I think it'd be awesome for you. And I was like, oh, I don't know. And she's like, but you got to have it open 7 days a week. And I said, look, I can't do that on my own, but let me have a think how I might use the space.
Yeah.
And so then I sat down and thought, you know what? I know all these people through the markets. We all stand behind our own table every weekend. We all lug all our crap in, stand there for 6 to 8 hours. We're all paying stall fee and wasting our whole day. And then we'll put it all back in the car and lug it home. I thought, what if we use that space to set up a permanent market, essentially, but instead of all of us standing behind our own thing, selling our own stuff, we just take turns in selling each other's.
Such a good
Genius.
It took a lot of trust, and I had to find some really good people because, you know, you got to trust that those people
Yeah,
are
that's
going
right.
to learn your product and sell your product.
Yeah.
And
this
be
is
just as passionate as you about
exactly.
it.
And there's a philosophy behind the people you get, like it's a particular type of maker. Are you local?
Yes.
A sort of sustainable type business. Like
Yes.
you've got a bit of a ethos
We don't
about,
allow plastic packaging.
yeah,
And
yeah.
But
so like-minded makers.
like-minded makers.
So you are the boss.
Okay, I
you
always
don't,
say
you
I'm
don't
not
think of yourself
No,
as a
I
boss,
say I'm
but
not
this
the
is your
boss.
baby.
You created. You
No.
created OmMade Meet the
You've
Maker.
given them the
I'm the
opportunity.
founder.
Founder, that's a nicer
And
word than boss.
I'm the founder,
Yeah.
and I take all legal and financial
Okay.
responsibility.
Yeah.
However, I always say to everyone, you are all each other's bosses.
Yeah.
Because if someone goes in store and they're not really doing the right thing and they're just doing their own work and they're not serving the customers, that affects up to 21 other small businesses.
I know what you're
so
saying.
they are all their bosses.
So then when, let's say, because you roster all these makers on and then it's not a wage, is it?
No one gets paid
but
to be
they
there.
get 100% of the profits of their stuff that they've sold?
Yeah,
or?
everyone puts in 4% admin, and that covers, you know, insurance and bags and, you know, all the overheads. Like even our scheduling system costs $350 a month, for example.
Yeah.
So all of that 4% pays for all that.
But can I just say, like, again, so you deflected. You came up with this concept, though.
Yes.
You created it,
Yes.
Tina.
Yeah.
You motivated. Yes, all the makers make, and they're all involved. And they, all, I've worked,
You've
worked in the stores.
Yeah.
Amazing people.
I've
I'm
shopped there so many
let's
times. They're amazing.
They wouldn't be there if you had come up with it. You hadn't created this collective like you did. And yes, you've executed it, and they all do their thing. But this is your baby.
Yeah.
It is your baby.
You've given them the
And-
opportunity, which they wouldn't have maybe
But
had.
it wouldn't be existing without
No,
them either.
no,
so
it
it's
takes
a
a
symbiotic
collective now.
relationship.
It takes a collective now, but
Yeah.
you did
Yeah.
create it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have to.
But she won't take
I
the
know,
credit
she
for
won't
it.
take
And
it,
she
but-
won't put herself out there. And
But no,
I
no.
mean, they all know you're amazing because
Yeah.
I've spoken every time I go in there.
I know.
They all love you to bits, and they
Yeah.
are so appreciative, and they all know you're amazing.
Yeah.
But I don't know that you do know that.
And they look with the Bali trip was
Yeah.
because they all put in and gave me a voucher for
Yeah. So they
Luxury
appreciate
Escape.
you.
So
They
they
do
know the work that
appreciate
goes
you.
into it 100%.
Yeah. Such a
And-
brilliant idea, and they're beautiful shops. And if you ever need a gift, that's just my go-to. If I need a gift for anything, the problem
unreal.
is I come out with more stuff for myself myself every time. It's like, oh, this is a gift. Oh, no, I'll have that. Oh, no, I need a gift. Oh, no, I'll have that. But everything in that shop is beautiful. All the people that work there are beautiful.
It's just
you
a
all
whole
get
different
along.
experience than you big mega stores that are so commercial.
And meeting, and that's what it's called, OmMade Meet the Maker, and you actually get to meet the people who make the products, which is so
it's
rare.
amazing. And have a chat.
It is amazing.
A few of them have been there from 7 years ago. Gina, who now does Lucky Maddie, she does the Greek Evil Eye and the soap.
Yeah.
But her original thing was soap. And I knew her from Plant 4. We used to do weekend markets together.
Coming to see you there.
And, you know, day one in the Central Market, she was in there, right, what can I do? Starts cleaning windows. Yeah, she's still there.
Yeah, and you're all good friends. Like,
we're great friends,
aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah,
exactly.
beautiful friends. It's got everything, hasn't it? You can get your, well, we're going to talk about your products in a minute, but, you know, you've got your skincare, you got your teas, and then you got your soaps, and you got your, even some goodies. Like I've bought nougat, chocolate and jewelry,
candles,
and plants, and
so
little things like kids' gifts,
pottery,
and
amazing.
Even you've had hats and pictures.
But
and
there's a lot of boxes to tick. Yeah, right. So getting a maker, this is the tricky thing. So since I started, there's probably I don't know how many, maybe 30 collectives similar that have popped up all over the place.
Really? Yeah, but you were the first. Well, the first that I've ever known of.
Yeah, which is good. I mean, you know, that gives other small local businesses opportunity to be in a retail environment. What's that saying? Is the best form of flattery. What's the...
I know what you mean.
Yes.
For someone to go and do what you've done
is the best.
You don't get annoyed by it. Oh, they've gone and copied me. It's like, well, obviously they really admire me, or they wouldn't do that.
That's right. Yeah. But the trouble is it's thinning the talent pool.
Yeah.
There are only so many creative businesses in Adelaide. Yeah. So that's where it starts to get tricky. And there's a lot of boxes to tick. You've got to present well. You've got to play well with others. Yes. You've got to have a great product. You've got to, you know, there's so many boxes to tick. You've got to be available. One of the biggest issues I have is that creative people tend to have other jobs because they can't sustain themselves on their creative projects. However, a huge majority of my makers do it full time, and they have done over 7 years.
Okay.
But it's that transition period. You know this, Lauren, because you're still working at the school and running your business, and you know this, Cassie. You're trying to relaunch and still work. You just can't quit and do it. So it's that really tricky period.
Find that balance, don't you?
So you've got to have people that are available to work in store.
And the more successful these makers get, the more they have to make the products.
Yes.
Where do they find the time to make the products? The more they sell, the more they've got to make.
That's right.
So it's
a good problem to have,
it is
but
a good problem
nonetheless.
That's right. Yeah.
And you can let's also talk about what you're competing against. Mass-produced corporations that have
we're in
billions of dollars or millions of dollars. We all know them, and it won't matter if things are broken or people take stuff back. It literally, they just consume it like it's nothing, you know. Yeah. But you've got a maker that's busting, hauling ass.
Tiny margins.
Yeah, tiny margins, and trying to compete with all the rest. You know,
but you know, our customer, we attract a certain customer who thoroughly appreciates it, and we have such little issue with people bringing things back or breaking or even theft. I mean, everyone gets theft, but I don't know, it's like they just appreciate it, that they're not treating it like Target. They're not just taking things back after they've used them more.
That's nice.
Yeah, it is nice.
Because people have put their heart into this and their soul into it, and they're passionate about the products that they make. So for the customers to appreciate that.
What I'm kind of saying
really
is you guys have to you don't have the margins that these big corporates do, but I've worked in store. I worked over Christmas and for a few months and saw, the customers and the repeat customers and
how
come
happy
in
they
and
are.
how happy they are, and they look for their product. They know what they want. They're happy to pay whatever price. So, you know, it's amazing to see, like how loyal and how much they love the product, and then how interactive they are, and then they'll go tell this person, that person, and then this person will come in and go, oh, hey, my auntie has sent me in. She said,
Oh, you get that a lot.
Yeah, you've got some calendula cream that helps with eczeema, or tea that, my uncle's taking because he can't sleep. And so I am standing there talking about my bestie's product that she's like
we
created,
get so proud,
and I
don't
get
we?
so
We get so
proud because I'm like, I can confidently tell them that this product is going to be so
and
beneficial
and
so
working
good.
in retail can confidently
say this
I
is
know
such
this
a good
product. It's tried, it's tested. I've used it myself. I can guarantee.
Yeah.
Well, they actually don't know much about a product at all. I mean, try and go to Bunnings and ask something like.
Yeah. We do get proud, and I go into your OmMade shops all the time in Tea Tree Plaza.
Everyone knows you.
I know. I think I'm the number one customer. I love it so much. And now they don't ask, but it used to be like, because I would go straight to we're going to talk about your products in a minute, but your products, and put it all on the counter. Oh, do you know about the? Yes, I know about these. She's my best friend. We went to primary school together. We went to high school together, and now they're just like, oh, hello, Tina's friend Lauren. But it was like every time I'd be like, oh my gosh, this is Tina's done this. Tina's created this shop. These are her products. This is her baby. She created. I feel so proud. I used to take photos of the shop and.
It's so weird to hear you talk like
really?
that.
Oh my
so
gosh,
proud.
we're so proud of you. It's amazing. But let's talk about the products that you sell in there, and then how and why you made those products.
Yeah, okay. So it was Wellness Mama. She's a Canadian chick, and I don't know how I come across her, but I started following her blog and reading her blog and a lot of her, how to DIY stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And
this is since you became a mum? Once you became a mum,
well,
you started following,
actually,
right? Okay.
When I was pregnant, because we went through IVF to have Molly.
Yeah.
And one of the, when you're trying to fall pregnant through IVF, you're trying to reduce any toxic load whatsoever.
Yeah.
So I was a smoker before, drank. I mean, I drink again now, but back then I stopped.
Yeah.
Reducing all fragrance in the house. I mean, when you are going through IVF, you're not allowed to wear fragrance into Repromed. I went through
that says
Repromed.
a lot, doesn't it?
So that says an awful lot.
Yeah, that's right.
And just when you start going down the rabbit hole of reducing toxic load, you're like, holy shit, everything I touch is toxic.
Right.
And so then I went on the search to try and find products that weren't toxic, didn't have fragrance, didn't have preservatives, and basically 80% water and all the crap, and I couldn't find it.
Okay.
So then I started going, okay, well, how can I make my own? And that's where I come across Wellness Mama.
Right.
And I started making a lot of her products, and then I started playing around with them and adding things and making them my own.
And you were doing that in like your laundry or your kitchen in the kitchen house once?
Out at Andrew's farm.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
And a few people asked for them, actually. And so I'd make a batch, and then I thought, oh, maybe people might actually want to buy these, because back then there really wasn't any natural skincare. No. Like, we're talking 2012.
Yeah.
There really was nowhere to buy it.
Sometimes things will say organic or natural, but they're not.
Well, that was the whole thing. I would go to
the rabbit hole you went down, wasn't it?
That's
you
what
were
started it.
Trying to find where a lot that say organic.
Yeah. There might be one ingredient in there maybe that's organic, but then the other 100 are not. And I know my daughter ordered something online once, a lip oil, and it said organic and vegan and all this. And I said, well, let me test it out, because I'm so sensitive to everything. So I'll tell you if it's organic or or whatever. And I put it on my lips, and just like bright red and stinging and burning. And they're saying this online. She bought it. They're saying this is, edible, organic.
Bullshit.
All this. Well, my lips are stinging and burning and red now, so that's not organic.
No.
So people say they've got organic products, but they're not.
That's the term greenwashing.
Yeah.
So everything I looked at had been greenwashed, natural, organic, and fragrance. Even the term fragrance free or scent free, they actually put chemicals in there to hide the natural fragrance.
Oh,
of
okay.
so
it is
scent-free
fragrance-free.
product is it's just insanity.
Yeah.
Total insanity.
Yeah.
So anyway, I started making it. People started wanting it. I thought, oh, maybe I can do this. So I sold a few insect repellent balms. Back then it wasn't a spray. And then I don't know, made like $85 to buy 100 grams of shea butter and then made another product and that's basically how it happened. So there was no...
So you 2012, did you say?
2012 I started, 2013 I registered the business.
Amazing.
And yeah.
And how many products have you got now?
Good question.
But
27.
So good. And I think I use nearly all of them and they're amazing.
And look, a lot of products have come and gone. Some are really annoying, like my honey pot lip balm.
Which is so good. I love it. And I bought it recently and I remember her saying when we were in Bali, I might have to not do that one anymore because it's a pain to make. But then I went and bought it. I'm like, oh my gosh, you've got to keep making it. It's delicious. But you lick your lips all day, don't
my
you?
My sister is obsessed with the lip balm.
No,
And when I told her your story about how you were like literally put the
I gave the recipe to all my...
Gave the recipe online. Trying to
so that you don't have to make it anymore.
And they bought more.
And she's like,
so
what?
good. It's so good.
They're
Like,
just like, oh,
literally-
yeah, that's all that's in there. Yeah, we want to buy it. I'm like,
Just
no,
make
this
it.
backfired.
Just make it yourself. Nah. No one wants to do it
No,
themselves.
that's right.
Yeah.
So I used to say, this is not DIY, this is DIFY.
Yeah.
For you. Do it for you, right?
But it's so good.
But it's all very easy, simple ingredients. Like literally anyone could make these products for
Yeah.
So,
themselves.
Tina, but hang on, can we talk about your actual credentials as well, which is you are a...
Well, so I studied naturopathy endeavour, and that is where I met Eliane, who had the Hidden Treasure Tea business.
Right.
But your credentials obviously lend itself to what you do now.
Yeah, so botany and herbal manufacturing was one of my favourite subjects, and we made a balm, and I made some cough drops, elderberry cough drops in there, and I just thoroughly enjoyed it. And so that was one of the main things, but that also links into the Wellness Hub as well.
Yeah.
So the skincare, the tea, and the Wellness Hub all sort of link back to the naturopathy studies.
So talk about the tea, because that wasn't always yours. You've taken that on from
bought
someone
that.
else. Yeah.
I actually purchased that business.
Because you were drinking the teas, weren't you?
Yes.
And loved them.
Love them.
Yeah, so do I.
And I
love
know
them.
how knowledgeable Eliane is. I studied with her at Endeavour College, and she's qualified naturopath, works in clinic, had these beautiful medicinal teas. Now, medicinal teas normally taste like shit.
Yeah.
You have tasty teas and you have medicinal
Yeah.
teas, but she incredibly made a beautiful range that actually tastes nice.
Delicious.
And are medicinal. So I have not changed her recipes at all. I scaled back to 8 recipes, like the 8 main ones, just to focus, and did a big rebrand. But yeah, love it, and it's growing every
They're
month.
so delicious.
They're so
I have
beautiful.
everyone. You have
Yeah,
them too, don't you?
yeah.
So, and they're so good. I have one every night before I go to bed. And if I've got a bit of a tummy ache, there's a tummy one. And if you're having trouble sleeping, there's a sleep one. Even if you're a bit low on energy, there's an energy one. And
So
they
good.
actually work. They really, really work.
You know, and all the ingredients are backed by scientific research.
Yeah.
You know, it's not just woo-woo.
And I help Tina out here and there. I help her mix them and whatever. And, the smells. Oh, my gosh, so good.
Amazing.
And you see how pure and organic they are, and the processes are just so good. Like, it's amazing.
One thing I really loved about Eliane's teas, now my teas, was that she never had fillers, green tea, black tea, or even white leaf tea fillers.
Right.
A lot of the medicinal teas you'll find are filled with that, and they have just a sprinkling of the medical herbs in there. But these are 100% medicinal teas, which aligned so well with my skincare because I don't have any fillers in the skincare. Every ingredient is a hero ingredient.
That's right.
So it just aligned so well. And with naturopathy, you treat things holistically. So people often come in and they'll, have an eczema problem or a sensitivity. And yes, the cream will help, with the symptoms, but what's actually going on inside?
They just work together.
They do.
So
They do,
beautifully,
yeah.
don't
Yeah.
they? It's like your health from the inside out or the outside in, whichever way you look at it. Because your philosophy is if you wouldn't eat it, don't put it on your skin. And your products are edible. But unfortunately, the honey pot lip balm is so edible. I think I eat more than I actually put on my lips. And the honey cleanser when I'm in the shower, and if I get a little bit on my lips, I just lick my lips. It's so delicious.
Yeah.
But I don't know, outside in or inside out, but you're treating the whole
holistically, and that's what naturopathy is all about. And Eliane was going to close the business because she was in our stores. She was a maker in our stores, and she went down the clinic path, which is where her focus was, where her love is. She wants to deal one-on-one with clients. That's not something I've ever wanted to do. I want to deal with things on a more broader spectrum. She was actually going to close it, and I said, Eliane, please don't close. I'll buy it from you.
So glad you did.
Oh, so am I.
Yeah.
So good.
But I love it.
So it was meant to be because they go so hand in hand.
I was recommending her teas to my customers anyway.
Yeah.
I get phone calls and emails about people's sensitivities and what should I use, and that's very common, and I would often recommend her teas. So I'm delighted that I can do that.
We are delighted.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so those two things combined has now led you to the Wellness Hub.
Yeah.
So talk about the hub.
So Wellness Hub,
Okay, so the Wellness Hub, so over the years, more and more people will contact me, message, text, or my sister is a big promoter of natural therapies.
Oh, I say she's our witch doctor.
Yeah, me too. I was about to say that. She's my witch doctor. I say that at work.
And she's fixed us up so many times
And
over the
it's
years
catching
with
on.
wounds and like when I had knee ops and the fluid wasn't going down in my knees. Now I'm talking about your homeopathic stuff, but
but still, Tina
my
is our witch doctor.
son-in-law cut his foot once, and she mixes up some little potion.
She's treated my kids
treats
and
everything.
me.
Oh, and the cough syrup. Oh my goodness! Amazing. So you are actually our real life witch doctor.
My nephew's recently had a baby, and she had a bit of conjunctivitis. My sister's little one also had the same thing on the camp trip, and I bought my homeopathics and gave him euphrasia, and it was gone by that night. And then so my nephew messaged and said, Auntie Tina, can you bring over the euphrasia? And it was gone the next day.
And how good, because all of that is completely natural, goes into their body, treats it, and there's no pharmaceutical, there's no side effects, there's no
side effects.
nasties in it. How good. And it works.
So it's a bit of a word of mouth thing.
Yeah.
And so then people see that works, and then they'll ask him, what did you do? And they'll say, oh, my Auntie Tina or my sister or whatever. And then so that's how it happens. But the thing is, people don't know where to find the answers. People are more than happy to use natural medicine and natural alternatives and homeopathy.
But they don't know about it or where to find it.
They don't know about it.
Yeah.
So this is the whole point in the Wellness Hub.
Right.
Education.
Yeah.
That's purely what it is, pure education. So my first section in the Wellness Hub is the first aid kit. So charcoal for tummy upsets, yarrow for bleeding.
Can vouch for that. Definitely.
yeah.
You've given me charcoal before when I've had a flare up in my stomach.
Yeah.
Yeah, worked beautifully.
Same.
Yeah,
you too.
Slippery elm for digestive issues. There's all these very simple remedies.
Yeah.
Naturopathy, you do have to look at the whole person and the cause, and you're not just treating the symptoms. But in a first aid situation, there are natural things to help.
Yeah.
So, for example, a burn, don't run it under cold water, run it under warm water, not cold, because otherwise it damages the nerve
that's
endings.
how we were
But I just did
educated,
first aid training, and all your first aid training, it's like get it under cold water.
Yeah.
Well, there's actual scientific research to say otherwise.
Yeah.
And Cantharis, homeopathics, instant, no pain, your burn doesn't hurt.
Yeah. I mean, it's all been there forever.
It's been around
hasn't
forever.
It's all been there forever.
So that's the whole point in the hub, is to literally just educate people one thing at a time. Hildy, our friend, mentioned to maybe sell the first aid kit at some point.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people don't know where to find it. I mean, in
would
every
love
post I
one.
do in the hub, I send links of this is where I get this is where I get this. But it's very overwhelming for people who have never been there to log on to 6 different websites to try and and it's all like per kilo, you know? Like,
that's
No,
what
I
are they gonna do with a
definitely
kilo
rather
of
just
Supergal?
purchase the first aid kit that you've put together with all of these natural ingredients
You know, I'll
rather
just
than
put that
me
on the
going,
list.
yeah.
Yeah.
One day.
Because you've got so much spare time.
But I feel like there's never been a time like now where people are starting to look outside the box. Like, we've tried this, we've tried that, we're desperate, we've got loved ones with problems and diseases and issues and sicknesses, and we have pharmaceuticals out there, but there's so many side effects and it's scary, and people looking for alternatives and trying to, go naturally, maybe try that.
Well, they do. And a friend's mum in conversation got out her big tray of medication.
right.
But she has had issues dating way, way back. In her situation, that's not something I can sit at a kitchen table and say, oh, use some hydrogen peroxide or use this. You know, definitely things like slippery elm will help with the digestion and IBS and things like that. But realistically, in that situation,
Okay.
you've got to go and see a naturopath and you've got to do full history, holistic.
Yeah.
You got to be in a clinic and they've got to do some proper tests, and you got to work right back to when it all started and start working their way through. So none of it's a quick fix, but my focus is on the first aid situation. What do you need? What should you have in your house when your child comes to you with a headache?
Yeah.
Right? What do you need to do?
Yeah. 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 Absolutely. Have you ever come across anyone, I haven't, that's gone down the natural path and said,
And turned
oh, no,
back?
this is not for me. I'm going
no.
back to the
No, no.
chemicals and the
I know.
pharmaceuticals.
Naturopathy is
Yeah.
usually the last ditch
Yeah,
effort.
isn't that
because they've
crazy?
tried
Yeah.
Absolutely.
There's no need for it.
I'm 50 and
Jeepers.
I'm on nothing.
You old duck.
Hang on. And thanks, Luz. You know what? It's just a number. And guess what? You know what? I've actually opted out. I've unsubscribed to the new.
How old are you on a 13-month calendar?
Hang on.
Oh, older?
Less.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
hang on.
adopting
I've
this.
unsubscribed to
Sorry.
this
Go on,
bullshit
Cassie.
of like what age you are and oh my God, you're over the hill. I'm just living. I've unsubscribed to the Matrix, so I don't care. I don't have birthdays anymore.
Okay.
Anyway, I just want to tell you one more story about showing people what's actually possible, right? So
Right.
one of the makers, very severe skin rash from not really sure what from. I came in and she was actually wearing a mask, face mask. I said, what have you got that on for? The reason she had it on was because she had this rash and she wanted to cover it up. So funnily enough, I had just been to my nephew's house and I had my full homeopathic kit in the van. So I was like, just one moment. So I ran out to the van, come back, opened it up, and I start going through the symptoms. Is it better or worse for cold? Does it feel better with pressure, or, you know, like the questions that you ask with homeopathy.
Right.
And she just goes, what is that? What is that? And I'm like, it's homeopathy. She goes, but what's homeopathy? And I'm like, well, it's a system of medicine. And she's like, I've never seen that in my life. I've never heard of it, never seen it.
What?
Never.
Wow.
And I was
that
like, so I
blows
did
my
it.
mind.
Yeah, but a lot of people haven't actually heard of it. So anyway, I gave her some sulfur because that matched her symptoms best.
Yeah.
And then some cream. And then I said, now go around to the chemist and get yourself some good probiotics. And then here is Eliane's phone number, you know, the
Yes.
lady I bought the tea from.
Yes.
Book in with her and she will do a full case study and she'll get you sorted because
Yes.
she's excellent with all gut stuff and obviously anything to do with the skin, gut related, right?
Yeah.
And within 20 minutes, like literally all the stinging had gone and the scaly skin had subsided. The mask would have been making it so much worse and drier and itch. I mean, just can't even imagine how bad that would have been feeling.
Beautiful story.
Yeah. So anyway, she's seeing Eliane at the moment, and hopefully she gets to the bottom of it and she doesn't have to deal with it anymore.
So can I just say, guess what? We're coming back to this is what Loz and I talked a bit about at the beginning. I think my theory, look at Tina talking about helping others. She's fine.
It's all about helping others, isn't it?
If we have,
it's all, no, it is. It's all about helping.
If we talk about her specifically, she can't cope with it.
No, but she's talking about other people.
She's talking about other people and her passion to help other people. It just spills out.
Absolutely.
She's fine.
And obviously this is your business and you want to or need to make money from it, but that's not at all why you've gone into it or why you're doing it. It's
just
about helping other
credibility.
people. The skincare, the tea, the hub.
Yeah,
it's all about education, as you said, helping people, spreading the word.
Can talk about it freely.
Saving people.
To the cows come in.
Yeah, but then let's put the focus back on her.
But this is why the podcast, that all ties into it.
Yeah.
So that's why I put the podcast on the brochure, because it's literally the link to
everything's happening for a reason, isn't it? Yeah. And so where to next then, Tina, for the hub, the OmMade Wellness Hub? Where is this going?
Well, I do want to create an in-depth course for people to actually do, and a paid course.
And then do they come out with sort of something like a certificate or like what?
It's
if they signed up and did the course and then then they've got all the tools, you think, or the recipes or the things to then.
It's the tools to help their own family.
Yeah.
So, my daughter had an excursion not that long ago. On the excursion it said, "Who's your family GP?" And she's like, what do they mean, family?
My mum.
What do they mean, family GP? And I'm like, honey, you don't have one. She's like, well, who do I put down? I'm like, just put NA.
Because she's so healthy.
Right.
Well, she doesn't need one. She doesn't need a GP. Why? Unless she breaks a bone or something. Yeah. She's not going to need one, is she?
Touch wood.
Yeah.
But I want to empower people to do that for their family. I want them to have all the tools in the house. Because the biggest thing is, people want to use natural things. They just don't know where to find it or what to keep in stock.
Yeah, and it can be expensive. It can be time consuming. Yeah, it's hard to source. But it's so.
But I do want to do a proper in-depth course.
Also, Tina, you're spending the time and you have bills to pay just like everyone else. It's the same thing.
It will be a paid course. I do need to monetize.
Absolutely.
Of course you do.
Because it's your time and energy and you're also running businesses and stores. But I will pay for that.
Yes.
Rather than some bullshit subscription to some crappy thing. This is life. This is your skin, your health, your...
Well, if you haven't got your health, you've got nothing.
Yeah. What
you've
have you got?
Absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
But also Tony Robbins, and I think I've said this to you before, he says if you don't monetize things and you don't survive, then how you can't keep doing it to help
people.
So the more you monetize it, the more you can help.
Absolutely.
So, our generation, money is icky. We've discussed this before. It's gross. Like, we feel icky about it. But
if you don't have it, we can't help.
But the younger generation's not, mate, they're happy to make money, aren't they? Like,
they don't have that block.
Not at all.
They don't have that block because they haven't been programmed in that area.
It's weird. Yeah. They're more than happy to make money. They're like, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are.
Yeah.
And they'll be proud about it.
Can I just say too, also, we have that block of like talking about ourselves or being... But
what's your theory?
Or the younger generation have been brought up in a different... They can Instagram and photo take.
They're doing lip syncs.
And they're in the gym and they're doing...
God.
Our generation, we're taught to cringe if we draw attention to ourselves.
Yeah,
you're a show-off.
Or we
You're
take...
a show-off.
Yeah, or we take credibility or, you get money.
Oh, she thinks her shit don't stink.
Yeah,
that's
right. That's how we were brought up. Yeah.
So it's
not brought up by our family, but I mean, that was the time we lived in.
That's the era.
It's a different generation. So, yes, I see that talking about ourselves very uncomfortable.
Very uncomfortable.
We're in a different generation. This new generation, I'm not saying they're up themselves or what. They're just very comfortable talking about themselves. And I'm not even saying that's a bad thing.
No.
Good.
Oh, it's a great thing. I
It
wish
is
I
a
was
good
more
thing.
like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
God.
You should be comfortable. You should
Yeah.
be proud. And
I think you're getting a little bit, I mean, you're putting yourself out. Well, obviously, you've got a podcast.
I'm trying.
And you've got photos of the makers in the shop. Even I know that was a big step for you,
That
even
was-
having your photo,
I know.
but you've put yourself outside of your comfort zone definitely in the last
And
few
I'm
years.
about to again.
And we're so proud of you for that. But I think my theory is, and it's pretty obvious, anyone that knows Tina or listen to this, is that she's just one of the most selfless people in the whole
She
entire
is.
world.
Aw.
And that's why she can comfortably sit there and talk
And
about
talk
you or
about-
talk about me or talk
and
about her
helping
customers or
people.
her family or even subscribers. But when it comes to herself,
So we had the same theory.
yeah,
that
she's
she's
just
so
selfless.
uncomfortable.
She's just so selfless. So don't ever
Do you wanna
change,
make me
Tina.
cry or
Well,
what?
we don't. We actually don't want you to change. We want you to believe in yourself and realize how amazing you are. But we also don't ever want you to
And I
change.
also, so I feel like this could be another episode because there's so much to unpack with what Tina does. But I just want to leave on this note that you would not even understand how much this girl helps other people in so many different areas, both mentally and physically. It's mind-blowing. She's totally selfless. Her passion and drive with everything that she does is fucking amazing. I'm swearing, sorry, Lauren.
It's okay.
But
I need a drink.
You need a swear jar.
like she is just an inspiration on so many different fronts, mentally, physically, in the world. Like,
Business advice.
oh,
Isn't she? Anyone who
unbelievable.
wants
She
to
gets
set
shit
up a
done.
business, she does get shit done.
If there's ever a person that's just shrinks out of the light,
This
oh
might
my
get
God,
cut.
but she
It better not get cut.
No, it's not
better not
getting
get
cut, but she should be fucking up on that pedestal because she's
Maybe some of
amazing.
her swearing.
I know.
No, seriously.
But is there anything, Tina,
thank
that
you.
you would like to say to finish off this episode about OmMade Meet the Maker, OmMade Wellness Hub, your skincare, your teas, or just anything in general? How do you want to finish this off?
I am just thankful on how openly people are receiving what I'm doing.
I love that. Yeah.
So, I just love that makers want to be in Meet the Maker. I love that people are coming to me for health advice.
Yeah.
The feedback from customers with the skincare and the tea, like that's what I love. I just love the love for what I'm doing.
I love that.
And that's basically it.
And we love you.
Yeah. I
We
love
do
you
love
Thank
too.
you so much for sharing.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Well done, you did it.
I
And you're going to be
did.
amazing
And
in
she
the
never
next
passed
one.
out once.
She didn't, and she's ready for the next interview
She
and the
is.
next
Oh
and the
my
next and everything that's
God.
She can
coming her
do
way.
this, totally.
Okay.
Yeah. All
All
right.
right,
Power woman.
stay tuned.
Love you.
Love yous.
Bye.
Bye.
Thanks for listening to the live chat. We don't want to offend anyone. We're not experts. We're just talking about personal opinions and we want you to live your life and make your own decisions.
Kind of covers everything.
Yeah, that's it.